In June of 2002, 23-year-old Briana enjoyed a summer fling before heading off to art school to pursue her dreams.
It wasn't a very serious relationship because it was off and on so much. It was just one of those that we were both looking to fizzle out.
I've been Briana's friend for at least 17 years now. We knew she was seeing him, but not serious. When Bri left for school, that was the end of it.
I was moved to California, 4,000 miles away, to study illustration. In August, it was really stressful just because I was moving to a brand new city. There was nobody there I knew, no family, no friends, nothing at all.
And I'm really proud of you for doing this.
Hi guys, love you.
Put your seatbelt on.
And then come fall, I started having some back pain, but I never made anything of it because I am sitting at an easel or hunched over because of the weird hours of being at the studio.
Briana also notices some other changes in her body.
I had a period in July and in August, but I don't believe in September I did. The period would come, it would go. I really attribute that to moving 4,500 miles away. It was really stressful. And right around October, I started having a lot of heartburn. There was fluttering in the stomach. I figured it was just the gas. November, we started putting plans together for Thanksgiving. See friends I haven't seen, so we made arrangements for all of us to meet in Vegas. We were walking around in swimsuits, and nobody even said anything about my weight.
It's not like she got a huge belly, anything like that.
Came home Christmas break to celebrate with my family. New Year's Eve, going out with friends, so I was drinking.
She looked the same. It didn't look like she put on any type of real weight.
Look at this time, I gotta get out of here.
Morning.
What's wrong, baby?
January 13th, I woke up and had stomach pains. It just felt like I had cramps, and I was expecting period to come.
Briana doesn't mention feeling sick to her parents as they leave for work.
Bye, honey. Take it easy.
The cramps didn't stand out because I'm prone to severe cramps. As the day progressed, it did get more painful. It just felt like I had to go to the bathroom, that I was just blocked up. I had to get up and try and go to the bathroom, and then moving is when it hurt. Around 3:34, the pain was bothering me so much. I've gone back and forth to the bathroom probably about a dozen to 2 dozen times. I never called the ambulance because I'd rather just kind of let it ride out. I thought I'm not one to go to the doctor or something unless I feel I absolutely have to, because I don't ever want to hear anything. I was afraid to go and find out that it was going to be something seriously wrong. That's why I kind of kept putting it off.
By the time Briana's parents and sister Megan come home from work, she's been in pain for almost 9 hours.
It was getting more intense. I was in the bathroom, on the toilet. My mom came in and said, "What's wrong?" I said, "My stomach really hurts."
It hurts.
I kept trying to go to the bathroom and nothing was working. It just feels like an urge. It feels like you have to go to the bathroom and it's an urge to push. I do feel like it's a constipation, so you try and lean forward more, thinking if you move, something's gonna help your stomach. So I was getting out of breath, and I gave one solid push. Once I felt something actually come out, it's that human curiosity, and you're like, everybody has to look. I don't think I had a clear thought, because I was just in the, like, this is a dream. I was in complete shock.
Oh my God!
Knowing Briana needs help, her mother screams for Megan to call 911.
I had absolutely no thought process. Every possible question I think I was going through, and just trying to figure out how this just happened.
Briana's mother has the presence of mind to remove the baby from the toilet.
The baby not crying means he's not breathing. It was chaos. Getting out of the bowl, wrapping him up. My mom was screaming to my sister to get towels and string to tie off the cord.
If you find a baby in the toilet, the baby needs to be removed immediately, dried and stimulated, and someone needs to call 911.
Thankfully, the baby is crying.
So we know that he's good in that aspect, at least that he is crying. And he is wrapped up in towels and the cord is tied. And I got rushed to the hospital. So much turmoil and nervousness of what just happened and is he healthy?
Briana's newborn is quickly admitted to the neonatal intensive care unit.
I was hoping that he's gonna be okay. I did everything that you really shouldn't. I did feel guilt because I had no idea. So he had none of the vitamins or the prenatal care.
It's important that women get good prenatal care so that problems in the mom or the baby can be diagnosed and treated appropriately.
Adding to Briana's escalating fear, doctors estimate the newborn is a full 2.5 months premature.
Well, he was tiny. He only weighed 2.5 pounds or 15 inches. I was concerned about the drinking because over the summer, I was drinking more. We were going out often.
It's important that women do not drink alcohol during pregnancy because it can lead to fetal alcohol syndrome, which is one of the leading causes of mental retardation in children.
He did have jaundice, and his lungs weren't developed.
Thanks to the power of technology, I'm like online and an instant message pops up. It's her. She's like, I had a kid. I'm like, that's impossible. How do you have a kid if you're not pregnant?
My friend Dave is one of my closest friends and had one of those reactions of, you weren't pregnant. I'm like, apparently I was. Apparently I was about 7 months pregnant, or 7.5 months pregnant.
Briana names her baby James and wrestles with an emotional decision.
It was really stressful. I was considering adoption at that point in time because I was 23, unemployed. I had no maternal instinct.
To have a kid that age in your early 20s, that's tough.
I was hoping that if he went into adoption, that he would go into a family that was ready because I was financially, emotionally, mentally not in that position to try and raise a child.
It's beautiful.
I held James and it was starting to sink in that this is my son. And it was that awe that that's mine. The more time I spent with him at the hospital and held him, that realization of I don't want to walk away from this was sinking in.
That just shows me like her character right there. I had a child that I didn't know I was carrying. Time to become a mother.
2 months later, James is healthy enough to be released.
I didn't know what the game plan was going to be, but I wanted to raise James.
It was incredibly shocking in how smooth the transition. She went from being party girl to now mother.
As Briana adjusts to life as a new mother, she can't help but wonder how it was possible for her to not know she was pregnant.
One of my closest friends had one of those reactions of, I didn't know you were pregnant, though. Everybody was in shock.
I saw absolutely no signs with Briana, like even remotely, that she was pregnant. Nothing.
James was discharged March 4th and was about 7 pounds, completely healthy. His lungs had fully developed, and vision and hearing is a problem with premature infants, and he didn't have a problem with either of them. So he was able to be released and come home and start his life.
Briana thinks James was conceived the previous June.
Unfortunately, we were not using any birth control. We were stupid. I didn't question back pain. I didn't question the heartburn. It was just the stress of moving.
The stress of moving to a new city may cause missed menses, headaches, back pain, and other vague complaints. And these also can be shared characteristics of pregnancy.
Briana was even seen in a bikini less than 2 months before giving birth.
There was no bump, nothing out of the ordinary.
It amazes me. We're hanging out with her on a daily basis. Didn't see this coming at all.
Six years later, James has added to Briana's life in ways she could never dream of.
I couldn't imagine life if he wasn't here. He's done nothing but make my life 10 times better.
My friend is a wonderful mother, and James is a wonderful child. As weird of a story as it is, it couldn't have turned out any better.
James made me grow up a lot because priorities are different now. I can't just go and do what I want. I have to make sure that he's taken care of and that I'm responsible for him at all times. High fives. The best thing about James is probably the changes he made to my life. And he was pretty much here for unconditional love.